Hey, we're putting in windows for the timber frame. I've had a lot of trouble. The book I was following doesn't really talk about how to frame in windows, and framing in windows is not exactly simple, especially when you see all the framing. In a normal house, that all goes behind drywall. You can kind of do what you want, but it just has to be strong. But this is what we've done, and I don't know if I love it, but I ended up cutting some true 2x4 material here to frame in the windows, which barely fit in that little cavity and over there. That's the job for the day, and I guess it's going okay. It's one of those many things where you sit and fret and think, and I've been thinking about it for weeks, and then you start and it's not that bad. They're going in, and I think they're going to look pretty good. Because we're going to see all the framing, I took the time to put in a little detail here to add this little housing, only because it kind of matches the rest of the timber frame. And it's less rectangular and more timber framey, I guess. I made a lot of mistakes doing this project. I like to say that I make more mistakes by 8 a.m. than most people make all day. The point in that is to say, I guess you just got to start and be ready to fail a few times. Instead of waiting till you're ready. That's just the life philosophy. That's not a rule. Are you afraid of ladders? I've never been afraid of ladders. This doesn't scare me. Some people even watching would be a little uptight. But ladders, no, they don't bother me. I'm kind of good with it. I've never really had a good fall off a ladder, so maybe I would be more afraid if I had. Cut to me in an emergency room with a full body cast saying, man, I wish I'd paid more attention on that ladder. But so far, so good. I've fallen off a lot of things, but not a lot of ladders. Had a few scary moments, you know. Catch your balance, think, oh man, I should level that out. The place I used to work had a 3-legged ladder. It was like 25 feet tall. And I thought, man, this weird ladder, I don't know if I want to get up on that. But the cool thing about it is with 3 legs, it was always level to the ground. Instead of 4 legs, which always seemed to tip around a little bit. I don't know, kind of preferred it.
Our cow and our goats make a lot of milk. And so
almost 4 gallons a day.
Yeah, total. So it's just a lot. We drink a lot of milk. We're a big family of 8 to 9-ish people, 8.5 people, really? I mean, but we're not getting through all the milk. We're storing some in the cooler. We have tiny little refrigerators in our campers, and it's just not
going
enough.
bad.
Yeah. Enter cream separator. We got this cream separator from some friends of ours, and it didn't work. And they said, you can have it if you want to try to fix it, and if you fix it, we'll talk.
I spent like 3 weeks scrubbing all the rust off this thing, and finally, it works.
Yes. So Megan has been hand cranking this thing. Look at this, hand cranking out our cream. And then we can make butter. Mm-hmm. And we are making cheese anyway, with or without cream. It just different kinds. Yeah. And butter, we haven't tried sour cream yet.
I'm about to today. Today is sour cream day.
Ice cream. That is probably the most important thing. Today
is the hottest day yet this year.
So
we need some ice cream.
We need some ice cream. So first we have to get a big pot and heat the milk up to
90 degrees.
90 degrees. And that's not enough to kill the good bacteria, but it's enough to get it to be able to separate out its cream.
So this has some kind of disc, series of discs that centrifuges the cream, and when you crank this, it goes really fast. Like I think we calculated 12,000 RPMs, and yeah, it does the job. What comes out where? Cream here?
Cream on the top and milk on the bottom.
All right, let's do it.
You gotta wait for me to put the milk in.
Oh, you do that
Close
first?
the spout. Well, I mean, I guess you could start cranking. I'm just gonna be in your way.
Okay.
You gotta put this on the right way so it closes.
Will you keep pouring it in as I go?
No, because this pot only holds a gallon and a half.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to empty it out. I can only do a gallon and a half at a time. Metronome?
No, I can do it in my head.
Sure.
Why did you get a metronome up there?
It's for people who can't do it in their head. If you want to spin
Yeah.
60 beats per minute, you just
Close it, please.
come hail to the chief.
Yep, I'll remove it.
Dun, 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 dun. That's it.
I think you're singing it a little fast.
All right, you want to open
That
it?
seems insanely fast to me.
It's harder.
Why is the cream not coming out, you guys?
Is that not going fast enough?
No, he's going plenty fast. I'm gonna close it and check what's wrong.
It's dripping out back here.
Taking out the. I just want to readjust the rubber washer to make sure it's not leaking. I might want to adjust the cream screw again too because it still seems really thick.
Yeah.
Which way?
This way?
Counterclockwise?
I think
Just
so.
do a little quarter turn or no?
Yeah, just a quarter turn. That should be fine.
Quarter
guess.
turn, just like I know 60 beats per minute.
No, please turn on a metronome because I think you were
There
going
you go.
too fast.
The reason, the reason for the metronome is that no one trusts me. Oh, I mean, it says to run it at 60 rotations per minute. I was going a little fast.
Yeah, see, I told you.
And I played the drums for like 25 years.
Not that well,
I
apparently.
guess not.
All right, can you put this back on
Yes.
top? Oh, I never actually opened it and adjusted the.
I turned the screen.
I know, but I want to readjust the rubber washer so that it makes sure it's tight.
You need a wrench?
Yeah.
Here's the test of whether your little spout thing actually
Or does it
drains
pour
the
out?
cream because it'll pour out when I open this.
Works. Now spin it.
Yay! I do. When I clean it, I spin it like this to get all the milk out of it.
We didn't show.
Anyway.
This is a series of like 20 discs,
It's like 11.
11 discs
I don't think it's the right amount, but it works.
over the.
Sure.
There
There we go.
What is this?
It tells me how fast to go.
Is that some kind of Olympic sport, or what do you think?
Well, I think the results speak for themselves.
Yes.
No.
Dear.
That's the first time I've really cranked it for a whole gallon.
Megan's usually the one who cranks it. So.
Yeah. I said I'd take my turn. I thought I was talking about like one turn. I don't know how many minutes that was, but YouTube knows.
YouTube does know.
Can I take turn? If you want to keep going, you can put another gallon and a half in the top, but you have to close the spout first.
I see. Today we're going to start boarding up the outside of the building. So we are carrying 70 finished boards. To the top we need 140. But we took a break from planing and routing to carry them up here just in case they didn't work out the way we want. At least we didn't cut all 140 boards. So this is the walk we've taken 1,000 times, maybe, up and down with material to the build site. The look of the building is going to change a lot today because it's going to start looking like a house with walls instead of just a frame. We were able to get a few windows framed and put in place, though they're not in their permanent locations. It's just to get an idea of where they're going to be.
What you doing there?
Trying to add numbers together. Trying to get my next boards marked. It involves adding 5. It doesn't seem hard, but it's taxing me today.
So we're cranking up the cream separator. So we're cranking up the seam. Oh my god! So we're
You guys
cranking.
know where the